Welcome back everyone to another Let's Play of The Witcher 3. So let's get started where we had left off. We're gonna go talk to Vesemir to leave this place. Um, Vesemir's over here.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
And it's time to go. Who are they?
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out of the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Whoa!
Leave me be!
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
What happened, dude? Oh. Ooh. Oh, I used my sign for kinetic blast, so I think killed him.
It's alright. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
No thanks, huh?
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Whoa.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
She came to him.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
By Vizima. Yeah, what's...
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the corpses.
A tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Wonder what he offered you. Suppose I can hear him out. I want to go with wonder what he offered you.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Achievement unlocked. Vesemir's cool, man.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then...
It's pretty epic, man.
Talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
It must suffice.
Thinkamir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Cletwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Something wrong with my beard?
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
I can use the mouse in the cutscene, by the way.
Preparations for the audience proceeding as planned.
Yes, General. The gentleman will be more or less presentable.
Who's this guy? He a barber too?
No. Morvran Vorius, commander of the Alba Division. Yennefer's escort. They were my men, all of them. Indeed, were, for none have returned to Vizir, have they? I truly wonder what happened on the road yesterday. Perhaps you could enlighten me. You have time. And a razor to your throat.
Wild Hunt killed them. Your men died in battle as soldiers do. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Your men died in battle, as soldiers tend to.
I see their fate does not trouble you overly.
True, but I'm guessing the fate of those whose country they invaded didn't overly trouble them.
Nordlings. We can bathe you, shave you, and clothe you, but teaching you manners, that will be a challenge.
Nice meeting you too.
Done. Shall I shave him once more, against the grain?
No. He himself is very much against the grain. That's enough. Farewell, Witcher. Or rather, see you soon.
Good. Now the gentleman may dress. Sadly, I did not receive exact measurements. If the garments chafe, our tailor will adjust them.
Any color, as long as it is black. Where are my clothes?
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
New quest, Imperial audience. Get dressed.
Directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
Get dressed and talk to the Chamberlain. Okay. One thing I want to do before I get dressed, which I think is long overdue a little bit, is not this, characters. We have read about Ciri. Dandelion, not so much, I think. I would wager anyone that you, dear reader, are a person of culture and taste and therefore already familiar with me, Dandelion, and the role I am to play in the following tale. Nevertheless, allow me to sketch a few lines by way of self-portrait for the sake of thoroughness, and in the event you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxenford Academy, a frequent performer at royal courts, an unequal lover, appreciated and in some cases adored by ladies worldwide, a skilled negotiator and a stirring orator. Such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. This image is of course somewhat overbright in its coloring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist and thrall to his muse, one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I was, am, and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicle in this present work, and his story which I shall sing till the end of my days. I think I remember Dandelion. He was also introduced in Witcher 2 as who writes the tale of the Witcher. So, who is the new dude right here? Morvan Vorhis, a commander of the Alba division, an officer of the highest rank and a pure-blood aristocrat, one who with pride could call himself a Nilfgaardian, a designation reserved only for native-born inhabitants of the Empire's capital and its immediate surroundings. At the time of their first meeting, Geralt had no idea what an important person had been assigned the task of asking him a few routine questions. Knowing the Witcher, however, knowledge of Morvan's rank and status would not have made much of a difference. Okay, Yennefer, I don't think I've read her stuff. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, cries and breakups. Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. Their moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. The circumstances of Geralt's initial reunion with Yennefer after 2 years were quite different than he had imagined. The sorceress was not only safe and sound, but had even secured the aid of an unexpected and mighty ally, the Nilfgaardian Empire. Interesting. Okay, Vesemir, school and most likely the oldest Witcher of any school on the continent. Interesting. About as long in years as the ruins of Kaer Morhen themselves, and though eternally complaining about his creaky bones, this master of the Witcher trade gave no thought to a well-deserved retirement. Grey but still spry, he continued to ply the monster hunting trade into his golden years effectively too, as he had seen more beasts than all his students put together. A harsh and demanding instructor in Geralt's youth, over the years he had become something of an adoptive father and mentor to the other Witchers, always ready to help with sage advice and steady hands. In the spring of 1272, when our story begins, Vesemir had joined Geralt on his search for Yennefer, trekking with him through war-ravaged Temeria. 1272. Interesting. While I'm at it, I also want to read Geralt of Rivia. Many cannot fathom the friendship Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion, have shared all these years. When we first began breaking bread together, spiteful tongues said he'd be better off cutting my throat and dumping my body in a hollow tree before I provoked someone else into doing the same to us both. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy, for Geralt was my dearest friend, a fact which he gave ample evidence of on numerous occasions. Oops. I could say a great deal about the world-famous monster hunter, the man known in elder speech as Gwynblade, or in our younger yet no less noble tongue as the White Wolf. Oh, that's why Vesemir was calling him the White Wolf. For Geralt of Rivia is a truly exceptional individual. A brief encounter might tempt one to label him a mere swinger of swords, a simple monster catcher, or a rough and tumble practitioner of a dirty trade, but peer closer and you'll soon discover he's a man of unplumbed depths, unique views, and vast world-spanning experience. On the surface he's introverted, tight-lipped, one might even say gruff, but underneath lies an overflowing sea of goodwill, good humor, and an honest readiness to help his friends, be it with a bit of sound advice or the masterful application of his blade. Setting aside cumbersome false modesty, I can say that I know his story better than any man alive. I was with him through hard times and good, helping with wise advice, warm words, and razor wit. As a result, I am a vital part of his story, both in its earlier and present portions. It is thus my duty... Excuse me. I was purposely doing that. It is thus my duty to continue my chronicle and, for the benefit of future generations, put in writing the next chapter of his deeds and exploits. I hope you guys appreciate, because this is the beginning. I mean, we're at the surface, kind of like the first portion of the game, so I'm giving you the backdrop. This guy, few names in the continent's history arouse as much terror and respect as the ad of Emir var Emiris, Deathwen Aden Yin Karn Ape Morvud, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. I guess that's Nilfgaardian. Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing and Gemera, Sovereign of Nazir and Vicovaro, he was ruler of half the civilized world and aspiring conqueror of the other half. He was a personage whose deeds and decisions shaped the fates of whole kingdoms and populations. What then could he possibly want of a simple witcher? Excellent question, right? I'm not sure if we've run into this Eskel dude yet. All witchers have a great deal in common, but with Eskel and Geralt the similarities are particularly striking. They first met as two boys at the same age, swinging wooden swords at Kaer Morhen. They then went through an ordeal together. The first round of selections, the murderous changes, the trial of the grasses, and training on the gauntlet, the witcher's daunting obstacle course. They also received hidings together for more than one act of childish delinquency. Received hidings together for more, okay. When they became adults, they walked the path separately, but still reconvened at Kaer Morhen nearly every winter to wait out the cold, drink to their successes, and remember fallen comrades. Though Eskel never gained Geralt's renown, he equaled the White Wolf in experience and carried out his contracts with care and efficiency. Death had almost taken him many times during his hunts, yet in an ironic twist, the hideous scar on his face came not from a monster's claw, but from the blade of Deirdre Adamin, his highly unpredictable, unexpected child. Interesting. I'll read the rest later, but again, let's continue. I just wanted you guys to have that backdrop. I wanted the backdrop too, so... Can I like select here, or what's the deal? Oh, I can select. I think. I don't know about this. This one looks pretty cool. Let me get a look from the distance. Let me look at this one. The last one, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like this one better. Here. Elegant Courtier's doublet. Wait, are there any others in the room? Or is that it? That's it. Alright. I can use my Witcher senses right now, by the way. Now what? Get dressed. So... inventory. Alright, we gotta dress him or what? I think so. Yeah, we gotta dress him. So... chest armor. He's got... I wanna see what this says. Batal 2 armor. What do you know? Okay. See? He's styling now, man. Okay. I think we're good. Yep. What up? Can I still take the other stuff and just sell it later? That's what I'm gonna try and do. Why not? We'll sell it. You know what I mean? Wait, now I can use Witcher senses. Whoa, what is over here? Dumpling perfume. See, you gotta make sure you don't miss out on stuff, man. Goblet, dried fruit. There. Sword for witches. Ooh. Is it locked? Locked, yep. Okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to the Chamberlain in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.